Alrighty, hello and welcome to tonight's fantastic Dino action. Somebody had a little bit of a late nap tonight, so it took her quite some time to fall asleep. She wanted to book after book after book. She wanted me to sleep. Then she was like, "Shh, Daddy, sleep. I'm gonna go get a book." So that took some time, but we're back with the action. Going to continue with the fantastic edition, I think, tonight. In the past it has been good, but Flame Sweep, I just felt like there's lots of little aggressive things enough that Flame Sweep can be quite detrimental to a wide range of decks, mainly mono blue spirits if we can dodge their counter spells. But Rakdos mid-range, partly Rakdos Sacrifice, definitely lots of their creatures are pretty weak, but taking out Reflection of Kiki-Jiki, which has toughness of 2, the goblin token that it's made, Blood Tithe Harvester, any other little things, but also against mono green ramp, anything with big creatures. Sometimes my dinos here are not quite big enough, especially something like Topiary Stomper. 4 power is decent, but take Elder Gargaroth, for instance, a 6/6. Topiary Stomper's never going to trade with it, but we attack with him or we use him to block whatever it is. Flame Sweep, deal 2 damage to the Elder Gargaroth, take his toughness down to 4, whatever you want to call it. And then that allows Topiary Stomper to trade with the Gargaroth and also with mono green ramp as well. Flame Sweep taking out all those little dorks and turning off the Love Struck Beast because they won't have any 1/1s, so we don't have to worry about it attacking us. Of course, they've got lots of other big, powerful, and nasty things in mono green, but still, it's going to be good. Something very super cheap, aggro-related, humans, Orzhov, Abzan. If we can get the Flame Sweep early enough before they put counters on, because usually most human decks is something to do with counters. Goblins, of course, Flame Sweep would be quite nice to give us a chance against most goblin lists. Hopefully they haven't got lords to power things up. Sometimes they just are super explosive. That's what goblins do, unfortunately. Otherwise, everything is mostly the same. We've got Vivien Reid in here to increase consistency. Fantastic Planeswalker. A little bit of artifact, enchantment, and creature with flying hate. The -3 there, allowing us to destroy one of those things. The animation for that is actually quite fantastic. Shooting this glowing green arrow at whatever target. But the +1, worst case, we're just simply drawing an extra card each turn. Looking at the top 4, grabbing a creature or a land from among them. Basically guaranteed to be something in those 4. There's Commune is 4 non-hits, another copy of Vivien, and the Domri. So yeah, there's like a 99% chance we're going to be able to grab one thing. There would be at least one thing to grab. Of course, the emblem there for Vivien is always fantastic. Creatures you control get +2/+2 vigilance, trample, and indestructible. Hopefully we get to see her emblem once tonight, but if we've gotten her to 8, chances are we may have won already. I would hope we've won already. In a pinch, though, maybe they have tons of stuff. We just don't really want to attack quite yet. We can stall out. It doesn't make sense for them to attack, but it doesn't make sense maybe for us to attack. Vivien Reid and her emblem might break the tie, be the deciding factor that we're looking for. Barrier Breach, if you saw my deck tech, Yorion enchantments, lots of enchantments. Barrier Breach takes out enough. I like it better than Back to Nature just because, well, the Back to Nature effect, taking out multiple enchantments, you want to see that, but you don't want to see multiple copies, usually, of Back to Nature. With Barrier Breach, you can comfortably, confidently take in all 4 copies. You see that second one, of course, you can just cycle it away for 2 and hope for something a little bit better. And then Ripjaw back in, mainly because we've got Flame Sweep as well. The chance is greatly increased to draw some cards from pinging this, and of course Marauding Raptor to ping Ripjaw, but Domri as well. The 2 copies there, the fighting with him, that's very nice. Domri powers up Ripjaw to a 5/5, so boom, that takes out a lot of stuff. Fight, draw a card, kill a creature, flame sweep later on, a whole mixture of stuff. Now hopefully we don't get caught out by Greasefang. We don't have any scavenger grounds, exiling all graveyards. Yeah, that was rough. We'll see. I just haven't seen a Greasefang in days, I would say. It's definitely more popular in best of one, I would think. Lots of people packing graveyard hate, so that's probably why. Alright, I say we just jump into it. Hope for that Carnage Tyrant, something nasty, but overall we've got a lot of big, lovely heavy hitters. And that 1 copy of Fierce Empath I forgot to mention. 2 and a green, 1/1 elf. When it enters the battlefield, we search for a Carnage Tyrant or a Ghalta. Basically, a creature with mana value 6 or greater. Usually it's Ghalta. Grab the queen if we haven't seen her already, slam her down, and go to town. Hopefully leading to lethal. Alright. One day here. One day we'll get going. That's okay. Taking a nice, relaxing start to the night. I could risk this. Most people can't because they don't have something like Commune. I'm going to risk it. We're on the draw, so we have a little bit more chance to see more lands, but certainly turn 1. Can't cast more than 1 non-creature spell each turn. Well, basically everything is non-creatures. Or is creatures, I should say. White. Let me think. I feel like risking it. I'm going to risk it. Mono white humans, perhaps. This could be rough. Yes. Should have grabbed that land. That's alright. We'll go Huntmaster plus Marauding Raptor next turn. Huntmaster for 2, Marauding for 1. Always classic. Fantastic. But they may have gotten too big, especially the Luminarch Aspirant. Going to 3 likely this turn, unless they play some other creature. But the Deafening Silence, with the deck being almost all creatures, we don't have to worry pretty much at all. It slows down most decks, for sure. Very painful. I've almost considered it myself against Izzet, Wizards, casting lots of little cantrip spells that cost 1. That would buy us some time in a lot of cases. Izzet Phoenix, definitely. I was considering Deafening Silence at one point. They have to cast 3 instant or sorceries at the beginning of combat. If they've done so, they get any Arclight Phoenixes from... That's odd. That is quite odd. Huh. Do they have something to fight or removal, or... I don't see why they would not have attacked. Would have been free damage there. I'll take it. Guess they stumbled a little bit in the land department. Okay. Going to 5. Well, we're taking 5, that's for sure. Ghalta potentially next turn. Not quite. Regisaur Alpha. Let's open up the potential for hasty Ghalta. Of course, we'll attack with, well, everyone we can. I don't think Thalia's Lieutenant is going to block anybody. If they do, it would be the token, but we still would get 2 damage through. Ooh. They may not have enough aggression to slow us down. I think there should be a good chance we get Ghalta. Adeline, not so mean at the moment. I don't think they can afford to attack with anybody. Oh. Interesting. You don't want to do that. Well, they feel pretty darn safe. I think we're going to have to change that. Boom. And that's why you have 4 copies of the Queen. See her as much as possible. Dead. Done. Lights out. We stumbled quite a bit, but we stayed positive. Finished them off. If we can make something like that work, of course they stumbled a little bit as well, but if we can make it work like that, always makes me feel good. It's humans though. Flame Sweep, I mean, you saw how quick the Luminarch Aspirant got out of control. Thalia's Lieutenant we could certainly hit quite nicely before counters are put on stuff. When it enters, putting a counter on each human, we may need to cast it while that trigger is on the stack to take out the Lieutenant, any other humans that would be out of range of that Flame Sweep. I think it still can be pretty good. Vivien Reid, we don't need so much. Fierce Empath, gotta make space somewhere. The Blast Zone could be very detrimental. It does almost make me feel like I should have at least a couple more copies. Previously, I would run sometimes 3 copies of this thing just to bring the pain against decks that are lots of certain mana values. 1, 2, aggressive human lists. Usually humans are not much above 3, but certainly Blast Zone for 2 to take out the Aspirant, plus Thalia's Lieutenant, plus Thalia herself, and likely other things. No matter how big they are, very, very satisfying. Especially 2. We would lose some of our guys, but we got other big bodies. Right, Flame Sweep it is. Switch out Shifting for Ripjaw, of course, makes better sense. I'll cut 2 communes. We got to make space somewhere, and there's more non-hits with Flame Sweep there. Maybe roughly the same, I guess, but let's see that Flame Sweep early on. Catch him off guard. 2 for 12/12. Trample Haste. Hard to top. I'm keeping that. We see our only copy of Blast Zone. That is looking pretty good. Absolutely. We got Marauding, Topiary, nicely ramping with everything we have here. Going to get well on our way to Carnage Tyrant. Turn 4 Carnage Tyrant if Marauding and Topiary have stuck around. 2, 3. We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully they don't have a whole lot of interaction. I don't think they do. For the most part, it's just slam humans. I don't like that portable hole. That portable hole is pain. But we can pop Blast Zone at some point. For 1, it starts with a charge counter. So he would actually get our Marauding Raptor back, which is pretty cool. But yeah. We almost had Carnage Tyrant next turn. If that Marauding had stuck around. Be at 5 lands plus 1. Go. Oh, I'm getting Blast Zone to 2. Oh, yeah. Wow. I'm going to have to take a little bit of damage, unfortunately. Yeah. Definitely. That's what has to happen. So we're going to take 8. At least 8. It could be more. If they have Thalia's Lieutenant, well, they might not play it. Adeline. At least it doesn't have haste. Interesting. Interesting that they wouldn't put all the counters on Adeline, because Adeline is going to stick around after we pop the Blast Zone here. Hopefully that buys us enough time. But Adeline herself is Skyclave. That will do it. That will do it. We tried. I think I'll still keep the Flame Sweep in. We'll hope they don't get double Luminarch Aspirant. Possibly I could have held off on the Blast Zone. It might have been a nice surprise game 3, not revealing the fact that we have it. But Ripjaw Raptor being 4 power can trade quite nicely with Adeline. Oftentimes I think that deters aggression, at least from that. 2 Flame Sweeps feels pretty nice. We got Marauding Raptor, so 3 toughness. It does survive that 2 damage, although an early Otepec Huntmaster is nice. Always nice. Even when it dies to light damage based sweepers there. Not sure what's taking them so long. Putting us to sleep, and I even have coffee, my goodness. Someday here, we'll get going. Maybe it's glitchy. I think it has been acting a little bit funny recently. Cross your fingers Marauding survives, or we draw a 3rd land if they portable hold this guy. That's never fun. Declaration in Stone, really? Hopefully we draw a 3rd land, but we can pop this clue that we have to hopefully get that. I think if... yeah, we gotta pop it, unfortunately. Nuts. Now we'll get there eventually. They don't have too many creatures. Shouldn't be too bad. We may still be able to take everything out next turn with that Flame Sweep. If they haven't played much, I still might go Topiary Stomper when I do get that 3rd land. That should be good. Everything is still at least 2 or less. Let's get that land. You can do it. Oh, phew. We gotta take the ping. Alright. Hopefully they don't suspect shenanigans are about to happen. Giant Killer? Okay, good stuff. Good stuff. Oh, Thalia's Lieutenant. Okay, so we're waiting until with the counter. Yeah, now we sweep. Boom. Smoke them. I hope. Yes, there we go. Perfect. Absolutely perfect timing right there. We'll go with Topiary Stomper, definitely. Plus the Stomping Ground. Now I could take a ping. You know, I'm going to take the ping. Search for another. Make sure we at least get to 6 next turn. Whether or not I keep the 6 up to smoke something like Adeline. No. Regisaur it is. Potential hasty Ghalta next turn. Ghalta for 2. We still have the Flame Sweep to clear out the little things. That's not bad. Extraction Specialist going to 3. But still, Ghalta next turn is going to be nice. A little bit of lifelink from Extraction Specialist, unfortunately. Got to take 5. Well, yeah, 6. Ouch. That's okay. Oh, and we got to 7. Okay. All right. Here goes nothing. Maximum aggression. Dauntless Bodyguard protecting Adeline. That's going to be a little bit rough. Got to attack with everything, that's for sure. Maybe not. You know what, let's just attack with Ghalta. That Thalia's Lieutenant can't attack or block. Oh, interesting. That is good. Now we could go Flame Sweep. No, I'll hold off on the Flame Sweep. I'll take out the token that is made with Adeline. Dauntless Bodyguard will have to sacrifice itself. Oh, Skyclave Apparition. Ooh. What are you going to exile? Super busy lately? Hey, sometimes busy is good. Get this token back, a 3/3, that can be used to block and take out Adeline. This token to take out the Extraction Specialist. Super oh, that's not good. Hopefully recover nicely. Cross my fingers. But good old Carnage T. I like it. Boom. We win. Wow, look at that. I'm doing fantastic. Pretty good, JDX. Our driveway is getting put in, finished. Nice retaining wall, tiered steps with boulders. Going up 2 feet, back 2 feet, staggered. Then granite stone steps about 2, it's hard to tell, but 2 feet thick roughly. I'll post some pictures and videos similar to my demolition stuff. The opponent did not recover. That was the highlight of highlights, and that was only the first match of the night. I said how important Flame Sweep can be for little things, and Flame Sweep was the all-star in that match. It's very lovely to have that happen when we start off. Oh, we would not have won without Flame Sweep. 100%. Fortunately, they didn't realize they can sacrifice. Oh, fancy. What a thunder, yeah. Yeah. Similar to my demolition video that you guys would have seen. Hopefully you guys saw. If you didn't, go back and check it out. But that driveway is getting done. Massive, beautiful granite steps. Oh. It is a good economical option with dirt and just natural boulders blending in with the scenery and the outlook and everything all around here. I'm excited. But we'll continue with that action. It's hard to top that. It's not too fancy. It fits. Lots of people have those boulders and blocks, stones, and more stones. We got probably a good chunk of the boulders literally from when they were excavating. You guys would have seen, hopefully, some of those massive, buried right underneath where the driveway was getting dug up. Ooh, that definitely saved us. One is just now a massive, amazing campfire seat. It's probably a flat 1-ton boulder. That's pretty cool. Pretty fancy. It's got to be at least a ton. Perfectly smooth on top. Wow. It's pretty cool. This hand, I don't know how cool it is. It's not very fancy, that's for sure. We don't have any early things to accelerate out Shifting Ceratops. They've taken a mulligan though. I'm going to risk it even though it's not as fast as I would like. There's no Topiary Stomper for 3 or Huntmaster or oh, there we go. We got 4 Huntmasters, 4 Maraudings, 4 Topiaries, so there's a pretty good chance of seeing one of those things by turn 2, especially being on the draw. Now, well, we'll take our chance. If Huntmaster is going to die, he'll die any turn we play him. Might as well get that Stomp or Fatal Push out of the way. If he didn't die, we would have been off to the races, certainly. Got to take the chance. It doesn't make sense really holding him back. If there's the slimmest possibility that it could have been good. Keeping him in hand really is doing nothing for us, at least with this variation. There could be some minor things where we exile Huntmaster for a certain card, March of Reckless Joy. Exile a red card, or as many red cards as you can, to pay for its cost, where you exile cards from the top of your library and then you get to play 2 of them from all those cards. So an excess Huntmaster could be good in a pinch. It's a little bit rough. I imagine they have another Stomp. I'm going to take out that Bone Crusher Giant. Ghalta could have easily just killed Shifting Ceratops too, so that's okay. I mean, if all goes well, we could see Ghalta next turn, either drawing her or with Commune here. Regisaur kicking the can, Infernal Grasp, Heartless Act. Something to take Regisaur down. They still have that Stomp. I'm going to hope they don't have another copy of Shieldred. Understandable. Well, they've pretty much gotten everything they needed. Yeah, we're not winning that one, especially against Shieldred. I could potentially bring in Flame Sweep, but this is definitely super duper Rakdos mid-range. So Flame Sweep would only take out Blood Tithe Harvester, the Goblin token from Reflection of Kiki-Jiki, and Reflection itself. Big stuff here. So Flame Sweep, a no-go, I feel. Blast Zone, a single copy, yes. Yes, indeed. Switch with the Bonders Enclave. Not 100% settled on this, but in a pinch, feels alright. Just a little bit extra card draw. Maybe I don't need it with Regisaur Raptor whenever I do bring it in. But I still want to keep Shifting Ceratops. Just because it is 5 power, it could trade with Shieldred. A lot of the time, excuse me, things aren't big enough. Unfortunately, Regisaur is 4 power, the token 3. Domri could bring Topiary Stomper up to 5 power to trade with Shieldred, but it is rough. Now, I could potentially cut Huntmaster. I'm going to cut Huntmaster, bring in Regisaur Raptor. They got the Bone Crusher Giants, the Stomps. That's painful. I'll keep it like that. Oftentimes I keep Huntmaster in even when there's a good chance of it getting killed when I'm on the play, just to increase the possibility of being extra explosive, even in the face of Fatal Push and Stomps and all that. But we're starting off with Commune. Quite nice. We got 4 lands, eventually getting to Shifting Ceratops here. Hopefully this forest grabs Topiary Stomper. I like it. If we don't get something else for 2 coming up. Good. We didn't have a play, so it's always nice being able to get that Sheltered Thicket down. Either turn 1 or turn 2 there, perhaps. Hopefully they've been sitting on, some Fatal Pushes, which are not doing much for them. Perhaps it was a fatal mistake to leave in all those Fatal Pushes. Liliana. That's okay. We've got the benefit from Topiary Stomper. It's pretty expensive. 3 mana to search for a basic land, put it into play, but I'm still alright with that. Hasty shifting to take out Liliana. I always like that. Always nice having shifting plus Regisaur Alpha. 8 things that have a hasty body attached to it, either shifting itself or that dinosaur token, but even a little bit more haste. If I've cut Huntmaster or it's died, a little bit more haste can do the trick. That's okay, I think. Actually, I think that's very, very much okay. Now, I could go Vivien. Now we'll get Regisaur Alpha, increase the chance of seeing Ghalta next turn. I think at the moment it's going to be a bit of an uphill battle for him. Kind of sad that I cut or didn't bring in Flame Sweep, seeing the Blood Tithe Harvester, the Goblin Token, and eventually Reflection as their creatures for the moment. I'll go with a land just so I could potentially go Vivien Reid plus Ghalta next turn. Swing for the fences, do as much damage as possible. We'll still be safe next turn, being at 14, I feel. There's not really any way they'll kill us, that's for sure. Want to do as much as possible, especially if they take out some of our things here. Hopefully not. Blood Tithe Harvester could... no, it can't even take out the token. That's nice. I'm not blocking that thing. No siree. Especially because I feel they'd have Stomp. It's getting intense. There's that Fatal Push. Okay, whew. We got some options here. No. Marauding for 2. Ghalta for 2. And hope they don't have something that could unconditionally take out any creature. It's always sad losing the queen and not getting to attack. Boom. Smoked them. Thinking about that Flame Sweep. Cut the Fierce Empath to start. Vivien Reid, she may not do a whole lot. One Domri. Bring the full play set and take out the Harvesters, the Token, the Reflection. That's going to feel nice. Or bring Sheoldred down temporarily, similar to the mono-white humans or anything big. Just dealing that 2 damage brings them in range likely of one of our dinos. Ooh, killing them. Alright, this is very exciting. If they have a Thoughtseize, we got a backup copy of Flame Sweep. We haven't seen a Thoughtseize yet, luckily. Oh, no Blood Tithe. Oh, Stomping Ground. Man, play something cheap. You know you wanna. Blood Tithe Harvester, let's go. Reflection. Liliana, a little bit rough. I gotta keep the land, unfortunately, and the creatures. Oh, we got a replacement. That's pretty cool. They may suspect we have another copy in hand because we discarded it, perhaps. Or we discarded it because they don't have any creatures out. That might be it. I imagine they have removal for shifting, but we'll try. We'll hope for the best. Liliana already being at 5, though, is not good. Hopefully we can take it out. At the very least, we will drop her down somewhat. Could maybe take her out next turn with that dinosaur token. Not quite. Just have to hope they don't have Fatal Push for the token. But still being at 3, we don't have to worry about her ultimate, which is, well, that's nasty. The token has to block too. There's the push. The push provides the pressure. Makes us feel the pain. But Regisaur Alpha, being at a 5 mana value, we're down to 1. That's not fun. Nuts. Only I had 3. Taking out Den of the Bugbear, the Goblin, and that dinky little thing. Ooh. It would have been nice. Well, I can't go Flame Sweep, so I'm going to see what Commune gets us. I still could go... Ooh. I like that. Right, they don't have a Fatal Push. They would have certainly used it on the token to protect Liliana. There's still lots of nasty, aggressive Shieldred. Not too bad. I'm going to take it. I don't want to risk the chance that they have Bone Crusher in hand. That's actually quite nice. I'll go with Shifting. I won't attack. We have 3 left over, so we can still go Flame Sweep. When they barf some creatures, we'll do what we have to do. They would lose 2 life, but then they gain 2 life from Shieldred, so effectively it's really good, actually. Castle Locktwain is a pain. Oh. Bone Crusher, Bone Crusher. That's not nice. Oh, we're not dead yet. Alright. Sweep some stuff, at least. Reflection making a copy of Bone Crusher, though. I mean, it's going to sacrifice it. Oh. Should have sacrificed itself. Oh, beginning of the next end step. No, that's unfortunate. Oh yes, they always forget it. But we're not winning this one, unfortunately. We brought the pain once, which was quite nice, but, yeah, they had the stuff. That's okay. Very nice taking down mono white humans with that Flame Sweep. Even if that's the best match of the night, and it certainly could be, I am very happy. I'm always happy to be doing this. Yeah, Bone Crusher, kind of like Word Soup, similar to Questing Beast. They both start with Q. Questing Beast is, it gains abilities every time you read it. It's probably one of the most powerful cards ever printed. Not quite as powerful as Colossal Dreadmaw, of course. Nothing can top that. But Questing Beast is top 3, maybe, just because it gets almost infinitely more powerful. Takes probably 10 minutes just to read its rule text at this point, and it's only going to get worse. Oh, a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Yeah, the text is pretty small on some of those Yu-Gi-Oh cards. This hand won't do it. That is better. 2 lands plus Commune, Topiary Stomper. We'll get to 3 quite easily, I would imagine. Not quite every Magic the Gathering card. I think for the most part they've trimmed down their formatting. How they... excess words, I guess you could say. I think it's gotten better. Power level? Yeah, power creep can turn people off sometimes, unfortunately. It's a risky run. Brothers War is going to be pretty interesting. They got a lot of heavy hitters, but a lot of artifacts. So Shatterstorm, probably going to be the thing I'm running. 2 and 2 red, destroy all artifacts. Boom. Done. Smoked them. But hey, we got Shatterstorm, which is good. And another green thing. Something Hibernation. 2 and 2 green, destroy all artifacts and enchantments. And I want to get to 6 with this Topiary Stomper. Carnage Tyrant next turn. Actually, we can go Fierce Empath and Ghalta. Oh, no. I would have 4 Shatterstorm and 4 of that Hibernation thing that destroys all artifacts and enchantments. And 4 Rampage of the Clans, that instant speed destroys all artifact and enchantments. And for each permanent destroyed this way, makes a 3/3 Centaur. And I would also get 3 Thrashing Brontodons for a total of 15. Everything will destroy artifacts and enchantments. And I still won't see it when I bring it all in. You never know. Yeah, it is rough. A little bit rough when they steal our creatures. That's never nice. But we got Carnage Tyrant. You can't steal that. Boom. Carnage Tyrant the best. They're not attacking with anybody. Nope. Hexproof. You can't target. Good luck. Nothing. They could kill Topiary Stomper, then play Liliana of the Vale, make us sacrifice Carnage Tyrant, and all that stuff. We'll take out the token for sure. On the off chance they don't have something that could sacrifice the Unlucky Witness, they exile 2 cards and get to play one of them. That's rough. An encore of that song. Well, hey, I make the playlist, so I can do that for you. I'll play it afterwards, yeah. Repeat. But yeah, it is fantastic. One of my new favorites. I gotta be a little bit worried about Reflection of Kiki Jiki. Creepy Jiki. Making copies of stuff. You know what? I'm gonna go Vivien. And take out Reflection. I could take out the Oven, which actually might be... Nah, Reflection. Let's do that. Either way, it's gonna be rough. We're already down to 8. Vivien was going to die anyways to stuff, so now let's hope for the best. 5, 6. If they have Stomp, we're dead. If we play safe, we're still probably dead. Cauldron Familiar is probably going to kill us. Nuts. But Flame Sweep, Rakdos Sacrifice. Flame Sweep is divine against this. Not so much against Rakdos midrange, which we just faced, but kind of cool. We're seeing the 2 different types of Rakdos. And 100% Flame Sweep is what I love against a deck like this. We're not dead yet. We would go down to 1. Okay, that will do it. And then they do their things. Well, Blast Zone, 100%. That's coming in. Man, that really makes me want more. Perhaps that's part of the thing that's lacking. That is clutch when you see it. Even though we could see Blast Zone a little bit easier because of Commune here, helping us dig for that key thing in this matchup. It's not in. Both Boseijus. If we got to take out Reflection or the Oven. We've had our fill of cats for life, I would say. Huntmaster, we got to cut him again, unfortunately. But that's okay. If you don't answer Huntmaster, bad things happen. Now, Shifting Ceratops, yeah, there is the potential for trample. We don't have to worry about chump blockers stopping damage completely. We can usually get through a little bit. But Ripjaw, we got Flame Sweep, we got this thing. I like it. Barrier Breach, they don't really have any. Really, it's just Reflection of Kiki Jiki as the only enchantment. Flame Sweep is already going to be taking that out. Alright, there it is. Definitely Vivien Reid can be nice, but Flame Sweep is the thing. Flame Sweep and Blast Zone, especially. A little bit too slow there. 3 lands. Nice stuff, but... nah. Oh, okay, wow, that just got infinitely better. Yeah, I'll send 1 Marauding to the bottom. 2 Maraudings could be painful. Lock us out of having Topiary survive and stuff like that. Oof, the turn 1 Witch's Oven is not fun, that's for sure. But we're going to replay that song. And I didn't even turn it on shuffle. That's okay. So it's going to shuffle after this, although Tokyo Machine is one of my new, recent favorite discoveries. Claim the Firstborn, Witch's Oven, Tap Sack. I don't like Claim the Firstborn. My goodness. It's been so nice not having faced it, but recently, the past maybe month or so, really feels like there's been a resurgence of this nasty thing. Dino's the best. I just love the eagle cry right there. Oh, that adds to the epicness of dinos slamming down, getting the job done. Gotta be Boseiju. Make sure we get to 6 next turn. Carnage Tyrant, dropping that. Possibly get to 7 next turn. Of course, if we draw a land. But if not, we've locked in Carnage Tyrant in. We cross our fingers they don't have a Thoughtseize. Somewhere in the mix. Oh, you gotta be kidding. My goodness. That's not good. Yikes. That Domri, we're going to take out Mayhem Devil. At least. You got to look at the silver lining here. I hope we take him out. Taking out a Mayhem Devil always feels good. Of course, they'll ping Domri to finish him off, unfortunately, but we bought ourselves a little bit of time. At least they don't have a cat yet. That is good. Still no cats. I like it. Oh. Wait, nope, that's okay. That's okay. I'm still having a good time. Certainly going to grab Carnage Tyrant and cross my fingers. They can't make us discard. There's something for everyone. For whatever type of person likes to play this deck, it is good. It's one of the best decks in the format, of course. Mono Blue Spirit's pretty good. something Rakdos related is the top dog, I feel. It would make sense we see it as often as we do. And luckily we're at 7 lands also. Get a nicely pressure with Topiary Stomper, not leave ourselves open. Does feel pretty good. They won't be able to play Ghalta this turn, which is quite nice. They just have to pay 3, then pay 5. If we get a Flame Sweep, that would be good, taking out the Blood Tithe Harvesters. Never mind. But we still got Carnage Tyrant, and they don't have Liliana of the Vale. It's looking up. Rockfall Vale will not do it for us. We'll attack. Mouse over the lands to make them think there's something scary in our hand that we just drew. I don't think we're dead, but we'll be dead eventually. Oof, the cat. Yeah. That will do it. Certainly. Too bad we didn't have a blast zone. Might have bought us a little bit more time. Yeah, that's alright. Still keep things as is, but yeah, I feel at least I should have 2 copies of Blast Zone. Maybe start off with 1 copy instead of the Bonders Enclave there. Have the other copy of Blast Zone in the sideboard. Maybe 2 copies in the sideboard. Maybe a sweeper for 3 damage. Of course, Anger of the Gods, the classic. Fantastic, 3 damage to each creature. The creature dealt damage this way if it would die that turn. They're exiled instead, which can be always quite applicable. Rakdos. Sakdos. Well, we'll go Rockfall Vale. Keep the possibility alive of something for 2, but when Rakdos goes first and they get the oven and the cat, I think a lot of people concede on the spot. That is not me, though. At the very least, they don't have anything untapped, so Huntmaster survives half a turn around. I mean, we still get to go Topiary Stomper next turn anyways. Very interesting, though. Facing 3 Rakdoses. I was fully prepared for Yorion enchantments, but we haven't faced it yet tonight. Taking out Huntmaster. This is the perfect opening for this deck, and they went first, so it's probably over. Well, they just got lucky. Hopefully we get to 5 next turn for Regisaur Alpha. Ghalta, the turn after that. At least we got Domri to fight and take out Mayhem Devil if we don't draw that 5th land next turn. Oh, it is the best possible thing they could have done. Double Mayhem Devil means Topiary Stomper is dead. Anything we play that has 4 toughness is dead. Anything with 6 toughness almost is dead. If they don't bring the cat back. Yeah. They can sacrifice the food to bring it back, tap the Witch's Oven to sacrifice it, bounce it. Well, stuff's gonna die, but Topiary Stomper getting us to 5 lands. It's not nothing. Watch me bring in Bouncer's Beatdown to deal damage and take out black permanents, exiling them if they would go to the graveyard. And then I face all mono blue spirits 3 matches in a row. Always very funny when that happens. Well, not funny, but yeah, no, that's how it goes. Well, can't win them all, but we're bringing in the Blast Zone and Ripjaw. Mayhem Devil is never targeting Ripjaw Raptor ever. Effectively has hexproof from Mayhem Devil, because that just makes 0 sense to ping this guy, make us draw a ton of cards. So it's kind of nice in this matchup. Flame Sweep though, I mean, it is Ract of Sacrifice. They got the Mayhem Devil. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to keep Flame Sweep out. Trim Vivien. Actually, I'll cut Huntmaster. Bring in Shifting Ceratops. Make them jump through a little bit of a hoop to take Shifting out, either with Fatal Push or pinging Shifting a little bit. Shifting for sure is a lot harder to deal with than a Huntmaster. I'll risk it. Even though it's 2 queens. Marauding, as long as we get to 3. Ripjaw on turn 3. Get that card draw and have a fantastic body to block. Maybe they're just wondering why we haven't conceded instantly already, but that is not how we do things here. Nuts. Oh, they stumbled in the land department, and we at least have a body. Hopefully getting to 4 next turn. We'll grab a Carnage Tyrant. Cross our fingers we get there. At least we're getting a forced land. I don't know that they'd really ever use removal on Fierce Empath. Don't feel it would make a whole lot of sense. Oh, well, we stop ourselves taking 3, so that's good. Oh, phew, we got 5. We got Regisaur. Ooh. Things are looking up. I think at least Regisaur is gonna live. Hopefully both, but that's probably not gonna happen. Oh, they got... Okay, luckily they didn't have as fantastic an opening as the previous game. And they're still stumbling in the lands, which I do not shed a tear for this deck, for any deck. We have that happen to us. Happens to everybody at some point. Doesn't matter how many lands you have. Nuts. That's not good. Yeah, we gotta get Ripjaw. Blockers and attackers and good stuff. Topiary Stomper next turn plus Ghalta is going to be pretty satisfying. Potentially attacking with Topiary Stomper. If we draw land, plus Topiary itself is getting us another one, which will get us to 7. That is nice. Ooh. Well, not quite, but still, the queen is the dream. Maximum aggression, I say. Done. Hold Familiar is going to stop 4 damage from Ripjaw. And then somebody else will block Regisaur. And they'll take a bunch of damage from Ghalta. Maybe double block to take out Regisaur Alpha, actually. That's pretty good, too. Yeah. It is a little bit sad that we don't draw a card from Ripjaw there. But the aggression from Ghalta's got to be enough, especially with Carnage Tyrant sitting in hand. We've got Hasty Shifting if we really want the Trample to get through some damage. If they can't take out the queen this turn, though, they die. They're not dropping enough to save themselves. 16, 12 of it trample, potentially 17 trample damage next turn. Another Fable will not do it. Yeah, I'm thinking Flame Sweep. We gotta do Flame Sweep next game. Beautiful. Done. Look at that damage. That is a lovely amount of damage. I don't see him doing anything for 1. Maybe Witches. Ah, yes, okay. They didn't think, oh, we're not going to lose to Dinos. No. This deck defeats Dinos easily. Not the case, and Flame Sweep is definitely coming in. I'm going to cut Commune with Dinosaurs. We're on the draw, so again, we have an extra chance to see whatever helpful thing we want to see. But that Flame Sweep, take out the Harvester, the tokens, the cat, force them to use Witch's Oven at an inopportune moment. Ooh, that's not going to do it. Okay, well, this is better, I guess. Hey, the first Thoughtseize of the night. Very interesting. The first time we're seeing it, and this is our 3rd matchup against Rakdos. Quite happy about that. Like I say, silver linings. That's what it's all about. Well, at least eventually, I think we'll get to Carnage Tyrant. And hope they don't have a second Thoughtseize. That's always very painful, starting off with... I jinx myself. This game is making up for us not seeing the Thoughtseizes. Ouch. I imagine they have Fatal Push for Marauding Raptor. Oh. We won't bother with this anymore. Perhaps. Perhaps. Could be. Could be. Hard to tell. Hard to tell. Lives underneath his mom's basement, maybe. His mom doesn't even know he's in the house underneath the basement. His mom kicked him out 10 years ago, and he's still there. Oh, dedication. Yep. Make sure you're to bed by 8. That would be great. I don't like how many of those video game things you play. I think it rots your mind. Remember, you gotta get up for work tomorrow at, I don't know, whatever. No. 4th Rakdos in a row. I guess it's a lot of people living in the basements tonight. Oof. I made one kind of joke. I didn't make the joke. You made the joke, JDX, and then I kind of went along with it. And now, just because I went along with it for a split second, the algorithm maybe is punishing me. I guess I just have to bring in Bouncer's Beatdown. Or stuff that is specifically geared towards this deck. Variants. It happens. Some nights will face Rakdos. There was a night, probably a couple weeks ago, that I faced Rakdos 4 times in a row. Maybe we beat that record. It's going to be a 5th one with the match coming up after this. Could happen. I think after facing it the 4th time, I've got to bring in something specific for it. I got the barrier breaches, which are doing nothing, but that's how it goes. We got Carnage Tyrant hasty. I mean, I'm just surprised Huntmaster survived this long. I just assumed I wouldn't get Carnage Tyrant. Okay. They might lose because of this. They're stumbling in the lands. Eventually, if we face Rakdos every single time, one of those times, they're not going to get the stuff they need. That's just a fact of life. They won't be quick enough to survive 2 Carnage Tyrants. Oh, no Thoughtseize. Yeah. See if they pack it in for a change. Oh, you got little creatures. Doing nothing for you. They don't have Fatal Push. They certainly would have taken out Huntmaster or Topiary Stomper already. Ah, nuts. I don't know if this is good or not. Does the trick. That's why you have multiple Carnage Tyrants. One of the best things Dinos can do. Of course, Ghalta, you get her down, 12 trample. It's good. It's always good. I still think it's the best thing Dinos can do, but Carnage Tyrant is maybe the second best thing. It's big, hard to deal with. Rakdos sack again, it is. Well, Blast Zone coming in. Hopefully popping that to take out those witches' ovens. Fierce Empath, well, we can cut something somewhere. Definitely feels like super duper sack. Having the Epicure, Unlucky Witness, maybe more cheap creatures. Certainly they'll have claim the firstborn, maybe in the sideboard, and they're bringing it in against us, seeing Huntmaster, and I will cut Huntmaster. We got lucky that he survived as long as he did. I still like the Flame Sweep. They've got Reflection of Kiki Jiki in, and Boseiju. Just in case we really need to take out one of those ovens. Or their only oven. If they try to steal one of our cheaper creatures, just before they steal it, we take out the oven so they can't sacrifice the creature they stole. They just get it for a turn and then hopefully it comes back to us. There's the Blast Zone. That's what I want to see. Drop your ovens. I was tempted to go a different land, but... Ooh, okay. I'm just going to play the Blast Zone. Be threatening, menacing. Make them scared. It is nice having two Topiary Stompers. Getting to Regisaur Alpha next turn. Vivien, possibly, if we want to take out that oven and not have to pop Blast Zone. I could see myself going, Regisaur Alpha. Turn after Regisaur, we'd get to 7 with the second Topiary Stomper anyways. And still get to attack with it because Regisaur has haste there. Let's do that. Maybe if they had the Mayhem Devil, I'd go Vivien to take out the oven. We'll see if they have a Fatal Push. Okay, Heartless Act, the first one of the night. Very interesting. Oftentimes, pretty unconditional removal. Destroy target creature with no counters on it. Most of my dinos will never have a counter on them, so... that thing's rough, whenever that lands. Ah, there it is. Nuts. Figured they would have also attacked with the cat. No, Fatal Push. No, well, we've seen, I think that's the first Fatal Push. I've lost count. It's hard to keep track with all the painful stuff that's happened in our Rakdos matchups. At least we're at 7. And we got enough for Flame Sweep too. Ooh. Hopefully they play some other weak creatures. Vivien Reid next turn. Should feel pretty good though. Now when they bring the cat back, if they bring the cat back this turn, I could take it out and they wouldn't have a food to bring it back, but likely they'd play some creature some turn later, sacrifice that to the oven, and then they'd get their food. So it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to use Flame Sweep. Mayhem Devil. Maybe. One day here. Kroxa, huh. Interesting. Well, we certainly don't need the mountain. Actually, you know what? I'm going to discard Stomping Ground. Just in case I had to play it. I don't want to take 2 damage. Oh. Well, alrighty then. We'll see what Commune gets us. Another Topiary is kind of nice. We still could pop Blast Zone, which is feeling pretty good. Now let's do that. We get a replacement land, so not too bad. They'll do 1 cycle. Or they'll get the cat away, get the food. Witch's Oven is gone. After it's gone, they'll bring the cat back. Maybe not. Okay, at least they don't have another oven in hand. That was something I was a little bit worried about. Yeah, let's do it. Domri. We'll fight Mayhem Devil. Either force him to sacrifice the food to finish off Domri, or ping Topiary to bring it down in range of being killed. Oh, interesting. Not what I expected, but Vivien it is. Oh, we got Ghalta. I like Ghalta. Yes, indeed. Not going to attack, want to preserve Topiary Stomper. However, the Eye Tyrant to 3/3 menace could be pretty rough since we only have 1 creature at the moment. Croaks are always rough. Actually, you know what? I'm going to get rid of Ghalta. I like the Flame Sweep to take out the kitties.
Hello.
Both could attack. That makes sense. If they both attack, Domri will go down. Oh, want to do as much damage to us as possible, I see. Well, Vivien to dig for someone good. I do like Carnage Tyrant. Now the question is, yeah, ramp with this Domri, get us to 3 temporarily. Play this one. Yes, I do want to play him.
Hello.
Keep this one. Fight. Carnage Tyrant. Croxa. See what happens, but that's still probably it anyways. Oh, they gave it haste. Okay, well, that does it. That does it. 1 red to... What can you do? I'd like to risk it, but I can't. Oh. Well, that's going to be the keeper. Might up the number of Sheltered Thickets. I like that. In a pinch late game, if we don't really need the lands, of course, cycling away that extra thing is a pretty good worst case scenario. That might do it. This will be at 5 next turn for hasty shifting. Not trample, so doesn't really make a whole lot of sense attacking with it. If we get Regisaur though, that'd be nice.
Hello.
We need that Blast Zone ASAP. Well, it's not Blast Zone, but they don't have anything untapped. They can't use Fatal Push. They can't kill Shifting quite nicely. We got bodies.
Hello.
Noxious Grasp is a little bit rough, taking out Shifting Ceratops and gaining him life for 1 in the black. Ugh. At least they'll use it on Shifting and not Ghalta. Hopefully we get to see her soon. Sometimes all you see is lands, even when you don't have much. Hey, no, that's alright. Definitely understandable if people can't make it most nights. It is pretty late that I'm able to do this. Hard to say, hard to say. I'll never know. We'll probably never know, but it is nice to have some regulars here, even if there was nobody chatting. I know some of you are watching, and sometimes you just keep getting lands. Well, that's going to do it. We're not clawing our way back. Yeah, you have a low land count, and sometimes you still draw them, unfortunately. But that's alright. I think I'll end it there for tonight. Maybe make some tweaks. Definitely more blast zones, which is good against a wide variety of stuff. It's not just a little reaction facing so much Rakdos sacrifice. It can do the trick against lots of things. Having at least more copies is going to be a nice change for sure. But JDX, thanks for joining me, and anybody else watching right now in the behind the scenes, whatever you want to call it. Hopefully you had a good time watching, and have a good night, a good morning, good evening, afternoon, whenever it is. Remember, there's always room for improvement. Sometimes it is going to be painful, like tonight certainly was. There's going to be painful nights. There's going to be really good nights. That's how it goes. Hopefully you all have a good night. Peace.